Oh my god. Okay, here we go. The patch is out. So I literally just logged on. So I do not know what the leader buffs and all that are. So I'm super excited to take a look. Okay, let's check out the Atlas then. Let's move on to Esper Gallery. And let's take a look at the triplet here. The FATUM sisters. Oh my god! Speed lead! I called it. I knew it. I knew that the tier banner was bait. PvE speed lead. Oh, nice. 35% PvE speed lead. Dude, she's immediately very useful. I'm a little bit thankful that she's not like PvP speed lead or not even point wall speed lead because she will completely make tier quite irrelevant. So tier is still going to be like the go-to point wall speed leader, or rather if you have an Ollie that works as well. But let's check out her multipliers. So Trio of Destiny attacks all enemies twice. They actually nerfed her from a triple hit to a double hit. Why? Which of these triplet isn't putting in any work? You gotta fire her. So each hit deals 60% attack damage, reduces all enemies' AP by 20%. If an enemy's speed is lower than the Nornir, which is the FATUM sisters, further reduces the AP by 20%. Wait, hold on. Now I need to find out, this 20%, is it 20% plus 20%? Or is it 10% and 10%? Okay, this is very puzzling, but if it goes up to a total of 40% AP down, then I think that's pretty good. Because this thing hits twice. Okay, so we definitely need to test this out a little bit. Oh, defense up goes up to 3 turns from 2 turns. Okay, that's pretty good. But the cooldown is stuck at 5 turns. Dude, this is such a long duration, especially for PvE Esper. This might be an issue for people who want to use her in PvE. So just going by the fact that she doesn't have a speed lead in point wall, I don't think I might use her in PvP. I don't think I might use her in point wall at least. I don't even think I might use her in holo battles or RTA. I'm actually not very sure, but I think she's gonna be really good in PvE regardless. Sparkling Stage dispels all debuffs from one ally, just one single ally, but it is all debuffs, and grants them invincibility for 1 turn, heals all allies, healing amount is equal to 18% of your allies' max HP, and grants speed up to all allies for 2 turns. Okay, and Heart Beam attacks one enemy, 80% chance of reducing the enemy's AP by 20%. Okay, so she's not as good as I thought because I think they changed up her kit a little bit. However, if your speed is higher, are you actually reducing 40% AP AoE or 80% AP? I think that's the big question here. But let's check out her speed, right? So she has 101 speed, which is not great. So I think she's mostly going to be a PvE Esper in most cases. Yeah, I don't think she's going to excel as much as I thought in PvP. But like I repeated myself a couple of times, I will need to test whether it is 40% or 80%. Anyway, let's take a look at Dalen, right? So a lot of you guys are super curious to know more about Dalen. Alright, here we go. So he's Inferno type. So it's pretty similar to Lucas in most cases. So yes, he is a support Esper for whatever reason. His first skill has a 60% chance of inflicting bleed, pointless. Attacks one enemy, deals 200% attack damage, 85% chance of inflicting stun for 1 turn and defense down for 2 turns. I don't know why this is not at 100%. Then now his third skill, right? Hydro Inferno combo with 4 turns cooldown, attacks all enemies, deals 110% attack damage with a 75% chance of dispelling all buffs and debuffs from them. Inflicts disease for 2 turns afterwards. So I assume you remove the debuffs first before inflicting disease. And what happened to the AP reduction? What the heck? Wait, this is so puzzling. Wait, so we all assumed that the patch notes were wrong, but it turns out that the preview itself was wrong. Why? Oh my god, Dislyte, get your shit together, my dude. Okay, but let's take a look at his offensive capabilities because this is something that I assumed, right? His attack should be pretty high. 1159. Okay, it's well within the range of whatever they expected. So he is capable of dealing pretty decent damage, but the thing is, with a kit like this, does it really matter all that much? Probably not. But the thing is, you dispel all buffs, yet the chance is 75%, which means this is not going to be so consistent. So due to the inconsistencies, he's probably not going to be so good in PvP, and the fact that his cooldown is 4 turns don't make it as interesting as I thought it would be. So am I going to be summoning for the triplets? I think I will. So I think she's going to be quite decent in PvE. Now the reason why I'm not as excited about her as I were previously is because of the 5 turns cooldown on her third skill. I think that really hits her very hard. And that is after maxing out her skills as well, so that is going to be a problem. But damn, 35% speed lead in PvE, I think that is still pretty decent on its own. So I can really imagine myself using her for Shadow Gale and maybe even Shadow Stream just because of her speed buff. But then again, her third skill is quite useless in the Desolate Lands except for the defense buff. But that's about it. Okay, unfortunately, I can't test this out because for some reason, everyone else seems to not be able to access the event. I'm already at 100%, but it still says that I'm downloading resources. What the heck? Okay, so anyway, let me just consolidate my thoughts right now. So I feel like she is decent in terms of PvE use, but in terms of PvP, because she lacked that speed lead, it's very hard for you to incorporate her into your team unless you are running like a very tanky setup. If you're running a tanky setup, it might make sense. But as for PvE, she is definitely going to be a little bit better off over there because of her 35% speed lead, and on top of that, she has a pretty nice heal. Although it's just 18% of your allies' max HP, it's not that great. but the AP control is pretty decent except that it has a 5 turns cooldown, whereas for experts like Ira has a 3 turns cooldown I believe, and she has an incredible AP controlling kit. So in most cases, I do feel like the triplets are not necessarily going to power creep your Celine or your Ira, but of course I have yet to test out whether the AP reduction is 40% or 80%. So that is the main thing, and I think I will just do an update video on that. Maybe later on when they actually fix this nonsense over here. So still downloading resources, what the heck. Okay, but anyway, let me know down in the comments below how you feel about this as well. Do you think you're going to summon for her? I am definitely going to pull for her because I have the resources. And I'm going to test her out myself just to clarify some of the numbers as well. But anyway, that's it for this video. Let me know your comments. Hope you guys enjoyed today's content. If you did, don't forget to leave a thumbs up. It really helps the channel, and subscribe for more Dislyte content. Now with that said, this has been Derry Free to Play, and as always, I will see you in the next video.